is a big problem nowadays, and we know the consequences of this addiction. After observing this problem every day in our school, we came up with the idea of researching more about the background of it and try to face the problem.
Our objective is to identify the background issues behind smoking students in Tech Millennium. That's why we came with the hypothesis. Social pressure from close friends will lead students from Tech Milenio Querétaro to try on cigarettes.
We are going to use the mixed method. The quantitative method, we are going to apply it with surveys so we can measure and have the percentage from teenager smokers. And on the other hand, the qualitative method, because we want to know deeply the reason of this problem.
For our design, we are going to use a non-experimental research design because we need to observe the phenomena in its natural way, in this case, the smokers. We seek to interview 954 high school students from Tech Milenio Campus Querétaro, but to make our sample easier to analyze, we select 23 students in Tech Milenio that are on their senior year and from the 403 classroom. We use a probabilistic sampling strategy in which every student of Tech Milenio has the same possibility to be chosen for the interview, without the factors or personalities interfering. A stratified sampling dividing Tech Milenio High School into every semester, where 6th semester was chosen, and later into bilingual and traditional systems, to finally choose the traditional system and randomly select a group.
To obtain the specific data that we are searching for, we needed to apply a quantitative instrument. We applied a closed-ended questionnaire online. Results are presented on the next graphs. In this graph, we were surprised with the results because the majority of our population does not smoke, and the ones who do make it for pleasure.
This following graph can reject our hypothesis because it shows that most of our population smoke because of curiosity.
We obtained that the majority of our population does not smoke, taking into account that our population is considered as teenagers. A big majority of the population evaluated smoke because they like it, but we assume that cause of their addiction was a first curiosity or social influence. As we said, population started to smoke because they have the curiosity to feel or to experiment the effects of the cigarette. Also, 68.6% of the teenage smokers started to consume due to curiosity and influence from the friends and family.
At the end, we found that our hypothesis was not proved by the surveys and previous investigations, because we found that social factors are not key factors for smoking beginners. The consumption of cigarettes is increasing more and more due to different factors such as stress, family problems. Although society and pressure from friends has certainly something to do with the smoking beginners, our surveys demonstrated that at least in Tech Milenio School, it was not the most important factor. Almost every teenager interviewed said that they started to smoke because of curiosity.
On the other hand, we conclude that here in Mexico, the education about the legal and illegal drugs is not good. People don't really know what they are consuming and the effects that they can cause. The kids can easily get them, and this is also an important thing because they can abuse of these substances. The drug and substances control in Mexico is not actually efficient.
Even though our hypothesis was not proved, it is still important for us to make a deeper research about the topic and other factors related to it. Smoking is not about just society and how it influences. It has also to do with health, sports, pregnancy, etc. That's why our next related projects are: first one, is it just a myth that smoking weakens your physical resistance? Second one, how does smoking in a pregnant woman can affect the baby? Third one, why are women criticized over men for smoking? And finally, fourth one, How does smoking can affect your personal economy?
How can we change percent? We are conscious that it is hard to deal with the problem, but we want to decrease the percentage. Our idea is to encourage sport, cultural programs, and social plans to help our environment. Also, we think that school needs to incorporate new and strict strategies against this problem. An example is that students cannot smoke at certain distance from the school.
Our plan is to develop this research at a deeper level so that we can make at least a minimum change with our friends and the school. We think that we could help our environment with the regulation of these substances using new laws and adaptations to previous ones. In this case, we want to propose that if a teenager is caught smoking or drinking, the parents will have to face the consequences of their actions. With all of this, teenagers will think twice before lighting a cigarette.